I have heard a lot about the Martin bot. So many videos, so many people roasting the poor Martin bot, and I've seen some clips of Levy roasting the Martin bot pretty hard. So being inspired by that, I thought it would be a fun idea to put the GothamChess bot up against the Martin bot and see how long it takes AI Levy to beat Martin. I found a way to play two bots at the same time on chess.com, so hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, and we're off. So Martin's 4-year-old son just beat him. And Levy has some time between streams, so let's get this over with. Alrighty, sweet. Alright, so Martin plays e3. Alright, Levy. d5, taking the center. Keep your eyes open, okay, with a brilliant check. Oof, the trash talk is real. c6. Alright, bye-bye, bishop. Dang, e5. Alright, sacrificing a pawn. But of course Martin doesn't even take it. Because why would he take a free pawn when he can just trap his bishop instead? This pains me to play. Yep. This game is gonna be over faster than I thought.
Oh my god! Bruh.
What is that? Like, literally, Martin bot is rated 250. A human rated 250 would not play this move. Like, out of all the options when your bishop is trapped, instead of sacrificing your bishop for a pawn to get some material, instead of developing another piece, you choose to lose your castling rights and play king f1. Alright, I get the hype around the Martin bot now. He's great content, this is hilarious. How long till Levy roasts the Martin bot again? Okay, let's really get started. Feels good to capture, no? Okay, buddy. It feels great to capture. Yep. Doesn't matter what you're capturing, doesn't matter what you gave up to capture the pawn back. You're doing well, bud. Wow, queen to e1. Martin's like shuffling his king and queen to the king's side. I wonder if he's gonna move his king to g1 and his queen to f1 and call it a day. What do you guys think? Okay. Go Levy, following the basic principles, not in a rush. Knight f4. I like the effort to defend the pawn, but I think Levy's just gonna take the knight, and then after it takes back, you just win the pawn on d3. Remove the defender. A classic. Yep, called it. Okay, at least Martin's recapturing. Honestly, after king f1, I was worried he was not going to take anything back this game. The real question, though, is Martin going to last 20 moves?
No, 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 no.
Okay. First rule of thumb. If there's any beginner watching this video, when your opponent makes a move, the first question you ask yourself is, what is their threat? Okay? Martin, what are we doing? What is h4? I think 250 is a bit generous with how he's playing. Alright, Levy. Roast him. You aren't attached to your queen, okay? I don't think Martin's attached to any of his pieces. There goes your best piece. Yep. You know, if you ask yourself, when my opponent makes a move, what's their threat? You might have seen it. Martin, I'd recommend you watch my blunder YouTube video. It could help you. Alright. Levy's not even in a rush to take and go for checkmate. He's just like, you know what? We gotta set a good example. We continue to follow the basic principles. Develop our pieces towards the center. Alright, bishop c3, Martin, because, you know, we love to have a tall pawn and c3 blocked by both their pawns. Why develop our pieces, right? Why even try at this point? This is great. All I'm waiting to see is if Martin lasts more than 20 moves. Uh-oh. So, Levy is starting mate in 2. Is Martin going to see the mate in 2? Given he can't even see when his queen is under threat on a completely open file, I'm gonna go ahead and bet no. Put your guesses in. Here's the moment of truth.
Bruh.
Wait, my prediction's gonna be right. He's literally not gonna last 20 moves against the Levy bot. Oh my gosh. You know, we were on move 17. He needs to last 3 more moves, but it's GG's, move 18. This is the end, Martin. Buddy, it's over. You should have thought at the beginning of the game. You had like 5 opportunities to think. And he chooses to think when there's a force mate in 2. I still feel he has potential. But, this is the end of the road. Now the honors. That was a good game, but you can play better. You know, that's better commentary than what the actual Levy would say for a game like this. So, Martin, you take it, bud. It's not as bad as it could have been. Move 18, queen takes g2, checkmate. GG's. I love how for the game review, Martin actually got 65.6%. I don't know how they gave him that. And it says he had only 1 blunder, 0 mistakes, 0 misses. How did Levy have a mistake but not the Martin bot? Game review, this is a bit sus. Well, this went downhill really quickly, but there can be a few tips to take away from this, especially if you're newer to the game, and how to avoid playing like a Martin. Firstly, on move 1, this is already an inaccuracy. Given the basic principles of chess, the first thing you want to do is develop towards the center of the board. So normally on move 1, you want to move your pawn 2 squares up and try to take some of the center. These squares are so important on the chessboard. And as you can see, take it from Levy's point of view, he followed the basic principles throughout the entire game. He pushed the pawn towards the center, he developed his knights towards the center, his minor pieces, he got his king safe. That's how you want to play. Another thing. Martin played this move, which the pro is that he developed his bishop, but the con was he played it just to give a check on the king, but the minute his bishop got attacked, he had to go back. This is wasting a move. You're giving your opponent time to develop their pieces, improve their pawn structure, while kicking your piece back, and you end up moving a piece already more than once in the opening, and it's only been 3 moves. Develop it to a safe square where it sits on an open diagonal, and you don't have to worry about being kicked again, so you don't have to worry about losing time. A check can be tempting, but if it's a check just to check and there's a very easy defense from your opponents, you might want to reconsider if it's really worth it to go for that. And of course here, Levy played the move e5. Had Martin taken on e5, Levy might have played a move like knight g4, trying to take this pawn here on e5. Maybe follow with knight d7 and try to target it. This is a very common idea. However, as a Martin bot, the minute your opponent plays a move like this, the first 2 questions you want to ask yourself is, why did my opponent play that move? Like, what is their threats? And did they move to a safe square? And the answer is technically no, he didn't move to a safe square. So you always want to look into the option of, well, what if I just take the pawn? So instead, Martin played the move knight to e2, which just blocked in his bishop. This is kind of a really good example. On all 4 to 5 moves, Martin didn't really follow the basic principles. I think only d4 was the move that followed a basic principle, moving your pawn toward the center of the board. But within 5 moves, he got himself kind of tied up here and already lost a piece. So this is a good example of what happens when you don't follow the basic principles. And from Black's point of view, this is what can happen if you follow the basic principles and capitalize on your opponent's mistakes. Overall, I thought this was a really funny content idea. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a nice laugh making this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.